Have you been diagnosed with nasal polyps? Contact Prism Clinical Research for more information about our nasal polyp study.
The Wild lived to see another day with a 2-0 win tonight over the Blues in St. Louis. It's time for Wild Breakaway presented by Prism Research. With Wes Walz, I'm Audra Martin. Tonight, the Minnesota Wild on the brink of elimination, looking at a potential sweep by their former head coach tonight in St. Louis. Come out with another good effort, just like we saw in the first 3 games of the series. Tonight, Wes, the difference, they did get some of those bounces in their favor, and they were finally able to get to Jake Allen. He is human, which is nice to know.
Yeah, they got a bit of a fortunate bounce on the first goal. Charlie Coyle was able to get over to the side and stop the wrap from Allen. Allen was not able to get back in the net, but Charlie had to kind of navigate his shot from the corner, get it through some skates, and it happened to find its way in the net. Ended up being the game winner. The Minnesota Wild have played 4 really good games. Just really unfortunate they're down 3 games to 1, considering as good as they have played. But I thought the Wild did a great job of making sure that they, as collectively as a team, they just focus on one game at a time. They gave themselves a chance to win this game. Obviously, Devin Dubnyk played a little bit better than Jake Allen. That was a big reason why the Minnesota Wild were able to get their win in St. Louis and keep stave off elimination and breathe some life into the Minnesota Wild.
Well, here's a look at tonight's final stats. This one pretty even across the board. Dead even. Shots on net 28 apiece, and on special teams 0 for 2 on the power play for both. And perfect 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. So we'll see what special teams plays into Game 5. But when it comes to this game, it was Devin Dubnyk's second career postseason shutout victory. Here's what his head coach had to say about that.
Yeah, that was really, I don't think he's had one of those since November or early December. So it was good to see for him. I mean, he works so hard, and everybody's willing to criticize him. But I thought he was real good tonight.
So the win means the Minnesota Wild are heading back home for Game 5, and it is official. It's an afternoon of hockey, 2 o'clock puck drop, which means we will get you started with all you need to know right here on Wild Live on Fox Sports North at 1 o'clock. We hope that you join us then for what is certainly going to be another good game between these two teams. It's been a great series so far. What do the Wild have to do to keep the momentum going after getting this big win tonight?
Just forget about the pressure. There's no pressure. I thought the Minnesota Wild played an outstanding game here, especially in the first period. We talked in the pregame show about how important it was going to be for puck management to keep the puck away from Jake Allen, and really the Minnesota Wild, every time they chip pucks into the zone, Jake Allen was not able to get at any of those pucks. The Wild were able to get in on the forecheck early in the first period. I believe at one point they outshot the Wild 11-1. So they did not dip their toe in the water to see kind of how it feels. They were ready to go right from the start, and that's exactly the way this is going to need to play out if they want to extend this series and head back back to St. Louis for Game 6.
Well, 2 days off certainly seemed to help the Minnesota Wild tonight before this game. They do have 2 more days off before Game 5. Hopefully it helps once again, and the Wild can continue to stretch out this postseason. We'll see if they can get it done in a few days. In the meantime, for Wes Walz, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway presented by Prism Research.